My contribution to the Moscow Biennale, to the sixth Moscow Biennial, is a ballet piece. The idea behind it is actually, probably more conceptual than it looks. The idea comes more from a kind of political thesis or political thought. And the outcome as a ballet piece is more like what I found the most precise expression that I could find by myself. So the idea was more based on, of course, the question of my persona as a contributor in this biennial, and what that means for me, because it's the first time that I work under, let's say, these circumstances. Usually, I mean, I never exhibited in Russia before, and so I thought about what it means to be an artist in Russia, or what it means to make art in Russia, and what it means to make art in Russia as an artist from West Europe or the European Union. And of course I thought about this because the tensions between Russia and Europe are very strong right now. There's like a lot of things going on politically, and the relationships between Russia and the European Union are playing a big role in our daily political kind of life, for me at least, but I think for all the people. So I thought, okay, that this obviously also influences the art. It always influences art. Politics, I think, always is about, art is always about politics somehow. And it's always influenced by politics. So I decided to think about the definition of maybe art, or like what means art and in Russia. And then I thought, okay, my privilege of how I work is so to say, or let me explain it like this. I think that in a political environment like we have it in Russia, or like we had it in the GDR where I was born, there is always the high culture is the defining definition of art. And the free art or the contemporary art is basically always considered to be a political expression. So like people who are working in free art or like in contemporary art cannot even try to leave this field of politics in art. So I thought I want to tackle this, and I just thought, okay, I will bring the most known Russian piece of high culture. I will bring it into the space of contemporary art and will challenge this ballet, but will also challenge myself, of course, because I will connect. So I decided to learn it, and the basic idea was I thought about this year is Peter Tchaikovsky's 175th anniversary. And he is a very prominent figure also in the political discourse as an artist in Russia. And so I was thinking from the idea that, or like thinking from the position of dancing his pas de deux of the Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker. Obviously, it came out pretty quick that I cannot do this. I'm just not physically capable of it. So I decided to learn ballet. And this is what we do here every day. So we are being faced with the perfection of the high culture. So first of all, this is the main idea. So the title of this biennial is How to Gather, right? And traditionalism, let's say it like this. This is something that doesn't help for gathering at all. This is anti-gathering. If we are like sticking with our traditions, we will never be able to gather. So we have to forget about this, I think. tradition is often mixed up with culture, and I read a very interesting article which was called "The Culture Has to Die for Freedom," and there's something true about it. So of course I'm a big admirer of ballet and I like it, but I mean this is the exact point that a political society that is like so much holding up their traditions, the cultural traditions, like for example the ballet, as like their let's say art ambassador. Then there's something wrong. That we can say that because culture must actually constantly reshape, like every second, this is what culture has to do. So I'm reshaping ballet a little bit here, but not too much, obviously. I mean, maybe not to the good, but I mean, I'm just saying this is the exact point. What I try to do, I try to transform the traditionalist, this one approach of, like, let's say, what politicians or like what an elite likes about ballet is the tradition. This is not what I like about it. I like it, of course, because it's beautiful, but I find that you need to transform it constantly, and contemporary art is capable of doing that.